Hen.
All right, we're coming up in 5, 4, 3,
4, 5. All right, that's it. I thought I was counting backwards. Give it up for me, Sundar Kronquist, here at the LA School of Comedy, home of the Film Actors Cafe with Aaron McIntyre. Bodyguard on duty is Johnny B over here, and we just do this every week. It's a great time. And listen, we have options for you. Those of you that say, you know, I don't want to do live. I want to work on something. Just, you know, you'll go on after. That's it. Because people are getting work, and they want people that are so green. They want people that can't string a joke together. Why? I don't know. You know why? So they can rip you off when they get you there. Isn't that terrible? Somebody's pinging me, and I know it's to tell me about sound or something. It's true. Only Jersey calls you and says, you look stupid, you got lipstick on your teeth. Nobody ever tells you have lipstick on your teeth. Terrible, right? So, please. I was so high once, I had green eyebrow pencil on. Hey, hello there.
Hey.
Hello there. Glad you made. I know you texted, but I haven't had a chance to get to my phone.
Oh, it was just girlfriend problems.
Oh my God, that's what I need, is someone else's girlfriend to fucking try to kill me. I've got people's girlfriends that just listen, 30 years younger. Oh, Marona mia, what are you doing over there? Oh my God, no, it's true, it's true.
checking the audio.
Are we checking the audio? How's the audio? Audio's good?
Pretty good.
Hey, look, it's time for Sundar TV.
Stop answering your phone on the stage.
Stop answering my phone. I was looking for it. You know what I was doing? I was actually, and it's 7 o'clock on the dot. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Are you going to bring anybody today?
No.
No?
Not my girlfriend, that's for sure.
How about your boyfriend?
He might be coming.
There you go, but not on my sheets. But up bump, you see what I did there? Not on my sheets. Oh my God, it's going to be an exciting show because we have an exciting group of people here. And we're doing so much stuff, guys, you have no idea. I wish you had been here. We had the first Ethiopian comedian here, okay? And he comes with his wife. You're going to love this. She's going to love this. And I say to the wife, don't you wish there was more female comedians in your country? And she said no. And I didn't know what to say. Because you know how you think Bill's like, absolutely, you know, like sisters, that's true. She said no. And I was like, okay. You never know, right? But anyway, that was exciting. It's funny how people will think that you understand them because you're the same skin color. It's amazing, in fact. Can I have a piece? I'm kidding. That's what we say when we were in high school and somebody dropped their blush or eyeshadow. And then we wouldn't talk to our friends for a week. It's our best fucking friend. Why are we not talking to you? Because you dropped it. And I said, can I have a piece? Can I have a piece? And when the phones break, I said, can I have a piece? And my friends get so mad. They're like, that's stupid. I said, can I have a piece? Oh my God. All right. So I have no idea what's going on. I just know I was walking from the dental office by accident. I just by accident was walking. And I was walking up Wilshire Boulevard, and I saw people from like Sinai Temple going past, blowing at me, looking at me, saying like, why is she walking? And then I saw that they're doing this thing by the Hilton, and they had a curtain in front of it. I go, let me see what's behind this. A bunch of belts and needles and spoons. So they're shooting up back there in Beverly Hills. Like, who knew what that's all about? Isn't that crazy? Here I'm thinking I might find some shoes. It's Saks. You know what I'm saying? It's Saks. I didn't expect to find that. Oh my God, what can you say? Let's start it this way. Let's get some hormones in the house with the lovely, talented, very, very special Yelena. I know I say it wrong. Let's get her up here. Are you ready? There she goes. She hits go, and she's ready to go. All right, baby girl, let's give it up.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Yelena. I'm from Kazakhstan, the land of Borat. Have you seen Borat? You have. So I think Borat is very sexy and handsome. You know, that's the type of man I like. So the rest of them don't have any chances. You know, even me being from Kazakhstan, people still ask me about current political situation. And I don't care about politics because all I care right now is about my mom. No, you don't understand. She arrived. She flew from Kazakhstan to Hollywood. No, first I was excited. I thought she's staying for a month. And then, for the first time in her life, she saw a palm tree and a handsome black guy. And she said, oh, wow, I'm sweating. I said, Mom, we call it wet. Now she wants to stay for another 9 months. What? 9 months? I can't invite a man to my house for 9 months? So, I found a job for her and I taught her how to use the LA Blue Bus. And she was never home. Half of the day she was at work and half of the day she was on the bus. I thought I solved the problem. And then she quit. She said, I'm tired. Now she's always home. I said, Mom, I need my space. And she moved to another side of the couch. I said, not that space. I need my privacy. I want you to go home. It's been already 6 months since you arrived. Go back to Kazakhstan. I love you. So I took her credit card and I got a ticket to send her back home to Kazakhstan. And guess what happened? The golden day was January 27th. You think she left? I'm walking into the living room and the message was, I'm not leaving. I'm staying, bitch. She was on the floor with a stroke. I said, you have a flight in 4 days. You have to get up. I said, get up. So she didn't move. I called 911. The ambulance came and 4 handsome guys walked in. I thought, everything is not that bad. Right. At least I know where to look for a husband. Now I have to deal with this. I said, can you take her and me with you? They said, yes, you're coming with us because we don't speak Russian. So guys, this is what I was dealing the whole month. But she's alive, she's healthy.
Thank God.
Yes, let's give her applause. And also, I want to thank God and UCLA Hospital, all doctors, all nurses, and I want to thank myself for my patience and for my nervous system. When my mom, she went back home from hospital, I told her, you have permission for only 1 stroke. You're going back to Kazakhstan. And if your insurance is not covering all this UCLA luxury shit, I'm gonna open the OnlyFans for you page, or I'm gonna send you to the whorehouse because I ain't paying for that shit. I'm so angry, guys, you don't understand. So we have another golden day. I don't want to say it loud. You know, right now she's like, she took pork from the fridge. I said, put it back! You have to deal with your cholesterol shit. Right. You feel good, put your pork back. We don't eat pork anymore. That's it. Sit down. Take cucumber and sit down. But guys, I can't have her in the house because I work from home. Now you understand. And I work with men. And I work with video cameras. Guess what I do? This is not what you think. I can read your dirty mind. This is not what you think. You know, men hired me to tell them what they do wrong. And I'm very good at it, by the way. I'll explain. When a developer builds the application with the code, My job is to make sure that he builds it with quality, which is never happening. Because the developer usually a man. And I always tell a man what he does wrong, and I love it. I do the same when I'm in bed with a man. I just tell him the combination is incorrect. Your code is wrong. I'm single. I don't know why. Guys, I'm looking for answers to why I'm single. So I had regression therapy. Do you know regression? Guys, who doesn't know, please Google it. This shit is too complicated to explain. I found out that in my previous life, I stepped to men and I was a slave. And my mom, she wants me to get married. I'm like, Mom, you don't understand. I'm running away from relationships before I get tied up. And my life in Kazakhstan was much easier. Do you know how we date in Kazakhstan? When we go on a date, we ride horses. And then we sleep with each other. And then we eat horses. Have you ever eat horse? No. So you know why I came here? Because we were starving. We ran out of horses. Oh, no. I said, Mom, go back home, eat horse. You're gonna feel much better. So, I hope she will go back. To eat fucking horse. I can't wait. I have another date. Guys, you don't understand. I'm so pissed.
Oh my God.
I never was so pissed. All right. So thank God. God bless stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Yes. So otherwise, I'm gonna go nuts. All right. So I came here because we were starving, and you know, they let me in because the deal was as long as I don't go to the racetrack, you know. And I finally got American boyfriend, and I cooked for him. You know what I cooked? No.
Horse?
No. Not a horse, guys. I cook spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Yeah, spaghetti with horse balls, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he disappeared, my American boyfriend. I don't know why. I guess my balls are too big. But if I don't have a big balls, how can I perform stand-up comedy, right?
Right.
All right, so let me tell you the difference between Kazakhstani men and LA men. When Kazakhstani men want you, they stalk you. Then they kidnap you. And then you get married. Never happened to me. So, and LA men, they just stuck. I guess they don't want to get married. Are you married?
No.
You see? It's not funny. You know, and there's another difference between Kazakhstani men and LA men. Kazakhstani men, they hung like horse. Very sexy. You know, we don't have condoms in Kazakhstan. We use trash bags. And LA men, they're just average. You know why you guys all average? Because probably you vegans. I don't understand vegan men. They eat sprouts, beans, grass. This is how animals eat in Kazakhstan, and then we eat animals. I feel like men missing one step and they're died here. And every time I see a vegan man, I want to feed this man. I'm like, hey, would you like a carrot and 2 nuts?
We kill you.
So I never hit the red light before here. Actually, how many minutes do I have?
You got about a minute.
A minute. So I want to talk about beauty competition very quick. So this is Hollywood. Nobody sleeps with anyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you sleep with anyone? Really? This is so weird. I don't sleep with anyone. Like for a while, you know, like. Yeah, because I'm waiting for my mom to leave, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe it's excuse, maybe not. So anyway, so I participated in a beauty competition, and that was a very crazy experience because girls were gossiping about me that I slept with the judges. And this is ridiculous because I took only 3rd place. I slept with the superior court judge and the lower court judge and the judge from the tennis match. And I realized that all these judges are wrong people. So I'm from Kazakhstan. I was confused. Now I know that I'm supposed to sleep with the right judges to take the 1st place. I guess 1st and 2nd place, they knew what they were doing. So I slept with the wrong judges. All right, guys. Next time when you come back, I'll give you the whole list with whom I slept. And all the judges. I didn't sleep with the doctors to save my mom. And you can find me on Instagram, Yelena Kovaleva. And I have 2 shows are coming up. One is the Flappers, February 22nd, and one is I think Kookaburra Lounge.
Kookaburra.
Yeah, on 28th. Yes. Thank you so much.
Put that back in the mic for me and bring up
Sure.
Art Brayburn.
Oh, shoot.
So who's next?
Art Brayburn.
Oh my God, I will never pronounce that.
This guy.
So
Brayburn.
Braybird. Braybird, you're next.
Hi. I always get so hot when I do stuff in this jacket. What am I fucking doing?
Don't.
I did it. Hey guys. I'm alright. I'm doing stuff today.
Oh, God.
Well, we were here last week. Well, actually, I'll just do I have some stuff. I was going to do an old bit that I had. So I'll do that. And then, sorry, I've been like talking through it recently. But you know what? I'll do that. And then last week, Billy Ramirez, the beloved, took some suggestions, and I was thinking of trying that. So, well, Abby was thinking of trying that, and then I still read it. So anyway, here's some old stuff. Oh, here's a new joke I wrote. Okay, sorry, I gotta stop talking. Okay, hi everybody, I'm Art. I have a lot of problems, generally speaking, you know, day to day. I face a lot of issues, which is good, I think. You know, it keeps me on my toes. Recently, I've been facing this issue. I'm like, it's hard to explain. I'm top of my class at Monkey See. I'm excellent at Monkey See. Monkey Do, I have a lot of issues with. Shit at Monkey Do. That's something I've been struggling with recently. You know, I grew up in the era of mass shootings and school shootings. I went to school in the era of school shootings. I have Canadian friends who were very surprised to learn that we did drills where we would like hide under our desk. I remember actually a drill. I remember a drill when we were really young in elementary school where one kid would hide like this against the wall, and another kid would protect them like this.
Oh, God.
So I guess they ranked the value of certain children and used the ones with less value as shields, as anyone would. But you know, now I'm whatever, 22. Jesus Christ. Thank you. And you know, I get ads for school shooting. Okay, that's not well phrased. They're not like promoting school shootings. They're not like it's February. We're hardly at 15. You know, we need to reach quota. No, it's not that. It's like the parents of kids asking for money, and it's very sad. But it's also on YouTube, and it's like time and place, guys, you know? It's one of those things. And sometimes they'll open it, and they'll go, "Don't skip this ad." Okay. Dude, like, you know what I'm trying to watch? I'm trying to watch, like, fucking a recipe of, like, a pita burrito potato thing. You know, that's what YouTube's for. It's for nonsense. I don't know. Pita burrito potato thing is what I went with, and we're gonna stick with that. I'm trying to watch my high school performance of Les Mis, you know? That's what I do on YouTube. I'm trying to watch a white man who looks like me comment on pop culture that I also dislike. I'm an original person.
Yes.
Thank you. I was in a mass shooting once. I played the bullet. No. But I was in a mass shooting. Well, no. It was like, it was a mini shooting. I was just in a regular shooting / mini shooting. It was 4th of July in Philadelphia, where I'm from. So, shocker, right? Matter of time. But I went to a 4th of July parade, and 2 cops got shot, which I guess, like, best case scenario, you know, they signed up for it. But you know, it was like, I guess growing up, like I said, I grew up in the era of school shootings and mass shootings. So growing up in that era, you think a lot about it, about how you're going to react, what you're going to think about in that moment, you know? Like, as a kid, I think, Abby, I might ask you this, actually. I don't know if you ever had this, but as an American child, I always had a fantasy of being a hero.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, there you go. If a mass shooting broke out, you know, like taking my lunch tray and using it as like a Captain America shield, cutting their legs out, taking the gun, you know what I mean? Like fucking, yeah, exactly. Do a kill line like, lunch is over, you know, whatever it is. You know. Anyway, it really sucked, though, in the moment that I was actually in a shooting, that all I could think of was like, man, I gotta get on a fucking treadmill. Because there were guys maybe triple my age, like, fucking full arming their teenage kids and running like nothing I've ever seen, a mile a minute. And I was getting winded as fuck. Guys, when I tell you, the whole night, there was a shooter on the loose. They didn't catch this guy for the whole night that I was, like, out and about. We were trying to get picked up. We were out for, like, an hour and a half. I was so much more worried about the sweat on my ass. I was like, this guy could pop out from a corner and be like, you were who I was looking for, bang, bang. But I'm like, right now, oh my God, I need to change everything from the waist down. And that's all I could think about. You know, so I don't know. Anyway, that's my school shooting material. And now, thank you, Patty. That was for you. Now I think I will do that other thing of taking suggestions on what to talk about, because as some people may have heard, me and Abby are doing a documentary on this lovely place and this lovely person, Suna Kronquist, and we are coming here at least once a week to do stand-up. So, you know, we're trying to do something new every time we're here. So I've never done this, so why not give it a shot? So
a shot.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything that they feel like needs to be covered by me?
What do you think of the state of America?
Oh my God, which state? No, I don't. Canada. Soon to be, right? Oh my gosh, she's thinking about annexing Canada. He's thinking about invading Canada. I didn't know you could do that. He's you know, the state of America. He's, you know, give him whatever shit you want. He's brave. Okay. He'll just make shit up and then see if he can. He's the only president that I can think of that got to the presidency and was like, all right, let's try some shit out. You know, like, I'm gonna take Canada, then Greenland. Those guys bug me, man. What are they doing? They're just fine with all that snow? Fuck that shit. He's like, I'm taking that. No, that's insane to me. I'm not a personal fan of the president, but I do think, like, I disagree with everything he says and does, but I do think that everything he says and does is fucking awesome. Like, it's one of those lines that I think I do backflips on. I do tap dances on this line. I mean, like, there are certain people from history. A lot of people have compared Trump to Hitler. It's like, Hitler, nothing about that was funny. Right. Trump walking into Air Force One with toilet paper on his shoe is the funniest goddamn thing anyone's ever done. All right? Trump being the most prolific racist, and then every once in a while a rapper supports him, and he's like, I love that guy. I'm not a racist at all. In fact, I'm the least racist person in this room. He says stuff like that. That's awesome. That's so cool. I can't believe that the balls to just like, and it's not even balls. It's just like, God, that's sick. I mean, I would kill a person to see him do an hour on this stage. I would kill a human being to see him take some suggestions from this audience. Okay, I'll take one more. Abby, you got anything for me? Or anybody else? Tetherball. Fuck you. All right, sure. Get this. I had a tetherball thing when I was a kid. It was yay high. If you don't know what tetherball is, it's for like parents who don't want their kids to go in the street or know their kids are little gays or retards. And so they put up a big stick and they tie a ball to the top of the stick and they go, I don't know, throw this at each other. And you do for a while. And I did for a long time. But one time, this is just a little fun tidbit about me. It's tetherball, fucking niche. I was throwing it, I was playing tetherball with my sister, and by playing tetherball is very loose. I was slapping a thing in my sister's general direction with semi-faith that it would hit her in the face. And so I'm doing this at the thing, and then I slammed my finger right into the pole, and I jammed it, right? Which is not a fun thing to do. So my pointer finger, this pointer finger, is a little shorter and a little fatter than this one, because I couldn't even fucking play tetherball correctly. The next time I played a sport, I was on a flag football team. I broke my arm a week in, and a kid called it fag football for the rest of the semester. And I love him. Okay, thank you, everybody. That's my time. I'm Art Braver.
That board for me, or Johnny's gonna watch. Can you bring up the director of the Film Actors Cafe?
Of course I can. I am bringing up a very talented gentleman, the director of the Film Actors Cafe, and also the producer here at LA School of Comedy. A man I admire, a man I find just handsome and beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Aaron McIntyre. Get on up here.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. You're my favorite comedian. I love you.
I don't know how to quit you.
I don't know how to quit you. Yelena, you need a boyfriend. I'm your guy. I'm not a vegan. Don't worry. And I get along really well with mother-in-laws. So, my mother-in-law loved me. I mean, who could not love this face, right? I just go, hi, Mom. Let's see here. I am very mentally ill. Not right this minute because I'm medicated, so don't worry. I'm not going to explode, all over you. But I do have ADD. And I'm bipolar, which is fun. I mean, it actually taught me a lot of lessons. A lot of really good lessons. One of the lessons that it taught me is that life is beautiful. Because when you're up, man, you are fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is beautiful. The sky is bluer, and people are more lovely, and even the homeless people, you want to take them home and make them home. You want to make them home full, so that they just can't get enough home, And then when you're depressed, you realize what the world is really like, and you see the reality, the harsh reality of what we're living through, because things are, so many times. I was listening to this thing today where they're talking about how bad things are, how life, is so, as you get older, the good old days, things used to be so much better before, right? We all think that everything used to be so much better before, but if things were really getting that bad all the time, there would be no planet at this point, because, things change, things, we get, but think about the trade-off, right? I used to have to fucking talk on the phone in the same room where the phone was. I don't have to do that anymore. I can walk anywhere. I can walk anywhere, pretty much, as long as I have Verizon and I've got good service. If I don't have good service, it's not very good. But how many people are mentally ill here? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Only 2 honest people in the room. Only 2 honest people.
Very honest.
Because, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Because everybody, we've all got our little issues, right? Some, we're a little OCD. We like to have the pencil in a certain way sometimes. And, but I think that's really important. So anybody who has ADD, can you get the person next to you to raise their hand, please? Anybody bipolar, raise both your hands. What are the other ones? I don't know. Yeah, and bipolar, by the way, does not mean that you live on both poles. It's not. The commute is much worse than bicoastal, though. I got to tell you, it's way worse because you go way up and then way down, and it's like a roller coaster that takes fucking forever. You're on it for months. You're on it for months and months. Used to call it manic depression, but the manics and the depressives got pissed off. You're trying to, what is it? What is it? Appropriate. You're trying to appropriate my mental illness. Right? Yeah, you would know that, Mr. Appropriator. Appropriating stuff. Yeah, I actually was from Colorado, and I went to a thespian convention at Columbine. But yeah. But they didn't have any mass shooters then. Nobody mass shot then. There were no mass shooters back when I was a kid. They came along a little bit later. But let's see here. Yeah, Colorado, the land of Mile High City and big mountains and meth addicts. Lots of meth addicts. Lots of meth addicts in Colorado. Where my parents are from is this big, huge valley, and there's just these little train box cars and mobile homes and everything across the landscape, and they're all meth addicts. They're out there, tweaking. First time I saw one, I thought, man, it's not that cold. Why is he shaking so much? But it was just that. It's just that. It's just a little meth. A little meth. Something else you were talking about. Oh, and I can't remember. I am going in. I just gonna share. I won't be here for a few days because I'm going in for surgery on Wednesday. Oh no! Don't worry. I'm actually. It's actually good. Oh, okay. I'm getting a nose job. It's gonna be a little button nose. Cute, kind of upturned a little bit. I'll look like Doris Day. That's what I'm going for. It's the Doris Day look. No, it's a deviated septum, and it makes you like breathe sideways. Like one side is really plugged up, and so you sleep poorly and snore a lot, and that's why my marriage ended. So I woke up one night and I woke up one night like this. She's taking my head and my lip. I was like, "What are you doing? You're snoring!" And of course, when you snore, you don't think you're really snoring, right? People go, "Oh, you were snoring," and I wasn't snoring. I wasn't snoring. So one night she took the video camera and she turned it on, and the next day she turned it on and played it for me, and it was just like, it sounded like a jet was flying over. Yeah, I was a very, very strange. Cause I am very disappointed. We've only got one person of color in here tonight. Because I feel very judged by white people. Don't like it. I feel like I'm convicted by people of color, so I'm good with that because I am guilty. Guilty as charged, white as hell, and I got lots of white privilege. Thank you. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I just have just enough guilt. But I'm very proud of my white guilt. But I have made it kind of a code of ethics now, where I won't give money to homeless white people. I will give it to I also won't give money to homeless people who have pets because they got food right at the end of the leash. You know what I'm saying? That's right there. That's right. They don't need it. Make a nice little, dachshund taco. I like the idea of a dachshund taco. But I also won't give money to people who perform on the streets. The people who are out in the intersection doing juggling and stuff like that, because they don't need money. They need an agent. Get them an agent. It's Hollywood, for God's sakes. Look at this guy. He get a job. Get him a job. Get him on this stage. Come on in here. Do some juggling. And but I will date homeless women because wherever you drop them off, they're home. That's a good thing, so you don't have to drive them all over. I was a very strange child. Very strange. Every time I was in the my dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot, every 2 years. Am I done? I got two? Got two?
Less than that.
I got less than that? Okay.
1 minute, 5 seconds.
1 minute and 5 seconds. Well, I was a weird child. I always wanted to be somebody else, and most of the time I wanted to be a black person. I really did. I seriously did, because they can fucking pull anything off, I mean, no matter what they wear, they look cool. I cannot wear a gold tracksuit and look cool. I cannot wear my pants down below my ass crack and look cool. I look like something is wrong with me, I can't walk like this. I look like I got a fucking hip dysplasia or something. So anyway, I thought that's just the way I feel. It comes from the heart. I'm not gonna fucking hold back. And let you know. And I think I'm done. So who do I call up? I cannot wait. I love this man. Love this man like a brother. Like a brother from another mother, or maybe the same mother, but no, not that. This is Mark Zaffron, ladies and gentlemen.
So Aaron reminded me about how all these young people think they had it so hard. So let's talk about having it hard. And this isn't a sexual content, by the way. I finally figured it out. I grew up in the age of assassination. From 1963 to 1972, they were shooting at presidents. All right, 63 Kennedy. Then instead they kind of like jumped over to 68, where they got his brother and Martin Luther King, and then in 72 George Wallace, may God assoil him, was running for office, but of course he stopped being a segregationist after he got shot. Arthur Bremer put a couple into his spine, and then we waited a couple more years for Reagan. But it was the art of the assassination that when they fit John Lennon in there too. All right? God knows what Jodie. You ever see Jodie Foster's up on a poster? All right? You're thinking about John Lennon getting shot because that lunatic wanted a date with Jodie Foster.
Oh my God.
He should only know that she wouldn't like him. She doesn't like that. Not at all. So, I really enjoy watching these YouTube videos. I like this black guy, Devori Dawkins. There's nothing like a black Republican. There's nothing funnier. He goes after The View. Okay, so what did I see on one of the videos? Sunny Hostin straightened her hair and she's gone blonde. You know what that means? If with a black woman in the entertainment business, they're looking for a job. No question, because I've seen every look. I've seen every hair that could possibly be on a black woman. All right, I've seen the wigs, I've seen the weaves. Every penny. I've seen what it cost. It is an astounding sum of money. It is. They should. It's just as bad as nails. All right. So here I am with my wife in the nail salon. And there's this officious little guy running around, wants to move my car. Chase Manhattan Bank's closed. All those signs that say reserved for Chase Manhattan Bank was when people still went to banks. When was the last time people go to a bank? That's why they don't get robbed anymore. There's nobody there to show off for. What are you gonna do? Walk into a bank with a fake gun and say, "Give me all your money," and they're gonna say, "We don't have any." It's all in the machine. Here's a sledgehammer. Have a good time. I mean it. It's just one of those things you think about, you know. Oh, so as everybody knows, I'm not a huge fan of AOC's. And she's outdone herself this week in stupidity. Yeah, right? But we won't get into, you know, her rants and her raves, all right? Because that means we have to get political. We can make one comment, okay? So Tom Homan, for all you people under 40, the border czar, all right, wants to go after her for making a home video schooling migrants, right, about how to avoid ICE. And she's saying it like a fourth grade teacher. Now, what you need to do is when they come to your backyard, the fuck, these people don't have backyards. Where, what backyard? The backyard of the shelter? I mean, when they come to your backyard, you don't have to give them any information. Yeah, well, the handcuffs are going on. But the point I'm trying to make, and really where the punchline is, did anybody notice that this video, supposed to help all these migrants who just got here, is in English? It just struck me today, and then I wanted to figure out how many recent migrants speak English. And I figured out the only ones who speak English are the Chinese of draft age, because they're all fucking a fifth column. They're here for the war. They're all standing there under with their little computer things, you know, blowing up, you know, electric stations and making sketches of battleships. Come on, give me a break. What was the English about? She was in such a rush to get something out that was performative so she could fly her anti-Trump flag and be part of the revolution, right? All right? And she did it in English. All right. Let's talk about one of my least favorite comedians. Please. Vladimir Zelensky. You know he's a comedian, by the way. He performed at the Laugh Factory here.
Oh, boy.
Sunday didn't like him. Anyhow, he wasn't funny. Who understands Ukrainian?
Yelena.
Yelena's the next joke. Relax. All right. So here we go. And don't get me off on Zelensky, by the way. Listen, how can you possibly succeed if you're channeling Fidel Castro and Yasser Arafat? And you're wearing fatigues all the time. Will this moron put on a suit? Maybe people take him seriously, think he's the head of a nation. I mean, he's channeling all losers. Fidel, lost. They still have polio there. Arafat, forget about him. We know what happened, right? And now Zelensky, just another bell. Give me more bombs. I need more bombs. If I don't get bombs, there will be no democracy. And I said, I thought that was the Democratic Party swinging that thing. I mean, they got Zelensky on that tune too? I mean, come on. Give me a break. All right, so the other thing that I'm watching on one of these videos, it had to be the funniest, is Rubio getting into a fight with this journalist, and she says the Holocaust was caused by, what was the word that she used? Basically, weaponized free speech. Okay, look. Okay, this is where I've drawn the line. 99.9% on what's happened in this country in the last 14 years. Okay, I am a huge supporter of free speech. By saying so, people are going to say that I voted for Trump. And I will be accused of all kinds of other conservative crimes sooner or later. But I believe in free speech. I met one of my good friends, Renee, I am the best artist. That's for another story. At a focus on free speech was 40 years ago. Yeah. Problem still hasn't gone away. Renee, by the way, I hope he's watching, got busted on the steps of St. Patrick's Cathedral, dressed up as Jesus Christ, carrying a cross with a vulva on it. And he was being interviewed by Al Goldstein from Screw Magazine. None of you know who Screw Magazine is, or Al Goldstein. He was ahead of Playboy, all right, and Larry Flint. All right. So, with regard to the vulva on the cross, the Irish policeman on the steps of St. Patrick's took great umbrage, and this was a long time ago, to a man being dressed as Jesus, who, by the way, was Venezuelan, right? Not a migrant. Anyhow, he was Venezuelan in the good old days. I loved Venezuela. He's carrying this thing around. Well, the truth is, I have one of the other pieces of the artwork. Oh yeah, he did a picture of Mott's apple juice can, but you got to see what the little thing on the inside is. But Mott's didn't like that one. Now let's turn to our people from Kazakhstan. You notice she's talking about how she abuses men, all right, because they can't code properly. That's because Kazakhstan's right above China. Okay, the women are just like Chinese women, all right. They hate men. They love telling you what you did wrong. Look at you. No noodles for you. So that's all I can think of when she's talking about abusing men for being from Kazakhstan. I'm thinking there's a little genetic drift there with the Chinese girls. They don't have boyfriends either. And they know which judge to screw. That's because they get instructions from the mainland. Look, it's a crazy world, right? Okay, nothing changes. Take my word for it. It's all gonna be. It's 4 more years from now. We're gonna be having the same jokes. They're gonna be a little different, but at least people can make jokes now.
Sure.
Right? It makes Chappelle look funny. But the guy who's probably doing the best is Rogan. He's having a ball.
Yeah.
Him and Bill Maher. How did they go like this? Because they were standing there and they were watching things go on and they were saying, this ain't right. The fuck is coming out of these people's mouths? Anyhow, thank you very much.
Wait a second, Rosen.
Who am I calling
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go. It's not even that. I have to find my other phone. Here it is. All right.
Okay. I have to get something ready for the web tonight.
Okay.
Aaron.
Oh, okay.
I do. No. I mean, yeah, because she's calling and I have to do the emails to get away this is the last thing. So I thought perhaps you can finish the night. He'll tell you the names. This is your first time hosting?
Yeah.
That's okay. We're gonna bring up Abby Rosen tonight. All right? Come on, Abby. Don't think I'm rude walking out on you, but I gotta do this for the email. Women in comedy.
Women in comedy were always busy.
Yes. Don't sue me.
So busy.
So busy.
I wish I was. We'll just give it. Will was so funny. Or just give me one of these, like.
Do you need?
No, I'm not doing that yet. I'm starting like you. I'm doing the same thing as well, where I'm starting with some of the jokes I wrote just now, right now, and then I'm gonna ask for topics because that looked really fun. It looked fun and I liked it, and I'm gonna do it. This is fun. I could say anything. Mom and Dad aren't here.
What do you do?
I wrote this joke. I think that in the nicest and most beautiful way possible, because I'm 21 and like a libtard, I think that in the nicest way possible, meeting a trans person is like meeting a guide dog for the blind. And that's like, wow, you're so much more special compared to the others. You've had so many tests to get to where you are now. It just like must feel so good. And yeah, sure, like people don't always agree that you should be in public places, but like, it's cool. You're different and you're cool. I met a trans woman when I was studying abroad in Germany, and she was more of a woman than I'll ever be. So there's that for you. She was built like a supermodel. She was living on an American Army base. So the kind of sex she was having was absolutely insane. And that's truly what makes her more of a woman than me, is the men that I saw that she was having sex with, and then all of their wives. Hot husbands, hot wives. It's crazy. And I was like, and you've had sex with all of them. Both. That's both. The Army people they're into some weird things. Aaron knows. His parents are, yeah. I think that for the older generations, a lot of you're like my generation defining moment was like, you know, like our generation defining moment was like when we had to like buy drugs from like a sketchy guy in a van. And I don't think you guys ever realized that like we were underage once too, so we too had to buy drugs illegally, and that just came from a 16-year-old off of Snapchat. That's kind of like how it worked for Will and I for a bit, is that you would add a mysterious white man who you knew went to your school, but you'd never seen him before. And you'd add him on Snapchat, and he would immediately pop up. It'd be about 30 different posts of different high-quality flash videos of different marijuanas he was either growing or buying in mass bulk. Yeah, they did. It would be like it would always be like a video like this. It would be going in and out. Will's doing this. They'd be like crumbling. It would be like trying to be like wow, look, it's only like 25 for an eighth. And he's like, I'll throw a special deal in where I give you these sketchy trolley gummy bears that are just placed in a plastic Ziploc bag that I made in my kitchen while my mom was on vacation. Gross. I'll take 4. I'll take 4. But my drug dealer in high school, his name was Dane Wells, and full name, hi Dane. I was mostly in Zoom school with him because, you know, like we had to go to Zoom school. Yeah, it was horrible. I won't talk anymore about it except for this. But he would sit in the corner of the frame. If like this was the frame, he would sit right here, and you could only see from chin up, and then right immediately behind him was a Make America Great sign, and then in the corner were weed plants and Dixie cups. And he would join Zoom on camera every day like that for an entire semester. That's awesome. And some people hated him, some people didn't like him. I really admired him. I really thought what he was doing was bold with his life, just from the Zoom to the selling drugs. He was a really beautiful man. And I did think at one point that like we were meant to be, but I would never do that.
I know.
Wait. He doesn't even know that I'm about to get to the bit where I have to ask for suggestions about what to talk about. What's your name? Colin, come on. I know. I had it. It was at the tip of my tongue. I was like, Derek, or Chris. I'm doing random topic, and then I talk about it time. So who has a random topic?
Situationships.
Oof. Okay. I haven't had many of these, but the ones that I have had have been very interesting. I would call like my entire second relationship in which I celebrated all the holidays a situationship, because I disassociated for most of it. And it was a situation that people should have been aware of, but no one ever talked about it. But my friends get into these, and I'm like, ugh, it's just like the girls manipulating the guys and laughing behind the phone, like to tell you seriously. It's just like, haha. We're just like messing with this guy, and he thinks it's a situationship. And I'm like I'm friends with a lot of mean girls. Like mean, horribly mean girls. And so like, it's like we'll deal with these situationships on airplay, like on the TV, and just be like, yeah, but we can do it because the patriarchy, so it's fine. It's fine. We can talk badly about them. But yeah, I'm a relationship girl, so I'm not big on situationships because situations scare me. So, yeah. Okay, I'll do one more.
First crush.
My first crush, Emerson from preschool, and he was one of those that walked like this. And he was already like fucking tall for a preschooler, and like what I remember him to be like, he was fucking at least 6'2", and he was taller than everyone else in the preschool, and he would still walk in his tiptoes, and I was like, hot, that's really hot. And then the other crush that I have crushes on men that are in weird positions. I had another crush in elementary school of like when boys would, and he would always like, he would walk into class and he would all throughout recess and lunch would walk with like, he thought it was funny to like put his, I love a funny guy, put his knees in his shirt and then just like hobble around, and everyone was like, oh, that's so funny, and he just like had an attractive face for a 10-year-old, so I think that's kind of why I had a crush on him.
Insane.
And yeah, I think like he got seriously injured from doing that, and I also think he's in the army now. That boy. He's way bigger than I remember him, because all my only memories of him were being this small. But yeah, I hope he's well. He's probably not. But that's my sad. Thank you, everyone. You can find me at Abby J. Rosen. And give me that. I'm hosting now also, so
Yeah.
kind of deal with that.
Kind of deal with that. Seat host, because you're not making the seat.
Okay. I know who I'm bringing up.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna bring up a very wonderful, mysterious man, and his name is Patty.
Yeah!
Keep the enthusiasm going. I was taken by surprise by Abby's surprise. I was very taken. God damn it. Woo! Hold on. I gotta catch my breath.
All right.
Gosh, you guys are a lot, you know. You're a lot. Hi. How you guys doing? Doing pretty good? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm usually a little more high energy, I know. But it's kicking it back a little bit, baby. You know what I mean? So how's everybody doing, man? Everything cool? Yeah, you know, everything's really good with me. Watched a lot of things going on in my house, you know. I was thinking about Latvia. Give it up for Latvia. I love it. I really do. I really adore you. There's a sweet. Can I say something to you, Latvia? And I mean that sincerely. When I first met you, I thought perhaps you were clinically depressed until I found out you were just Eastern European. You know, then suddenly it all came together. I was listening. I was listening to what you were laying down here earlier. Baby, I'm listening, baby. I get you. I hear you, you know. And I sincerely think maybe you're trafficking your mother. Your mother who had you, and you want to send her back to some country where people fucking eat mina birds or whatever the fuck it is? Fuck you, mother! Fuck! That's why you Eastern European bitches scare the shit out of me. Hot! Oh, don't get me wrong. They're very hot. But it's the iciness of the hotness. The fact that she could kill you. Do you ever get a real... I said this to you before, but you guys are a little too young to have been around during what I like to call... Well, right now you're in peak Chalamet. That's how I would describe you artistically as a generation. Yeah. You're in peak fucking Chalamet. Okay? Back in the day, I was back when fucking James Bond was a man, baby. James Bond was not, and there was nothing equal about it. Fuck that. He was James fucking Bond. And every fucking James Bond movie you ever saw, in the first act, there would be a woman with an Eastern European accent. A hot fucking woman who was obviously, clearly an assassin for the other side, who offers herself wholly and completely up to Bond, who knows this, and she knows he knows this, but they gotta fuck first. In other words, she could have killed him from behind before she actually met him. But the fucking hotness is so hot. You know what I mean? And like the whole time I'm thinking, you're explaining the search situation, and you and your mom, you're alone on a couch. Arguing very heatedly. You must go. You have to leave. Mommy, no, I don't want to. I have to tell you, there's a section of Pornhub you guys could live on. Oh, my God. Like 2 Eastern European women on a couch didn't like that fucking away. You gotta forget. You forget. I lived in the heyday of fucking pornography, baby. Now it's too, now like back in the 70s when they had like real cameras and real, now it's depressed. You're looking at 2 people through a window or something. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, because sometimes the girl looks into it in this new way. I don't really like the new pornography. Sometimes it looks like she's into it, and sometimes it's like, oh, the fucking rent's due. That's what I fucking see going on, Like, there's a certain desperation in a day shift stripper's eyes as she's kind of twerking next to the all-you-can-eat shrimp. That life somehow has taken a terrible turn, and how the fuck did I wind up here doing this? But you gotta buck up, little campers. Show business, baby. Show business. You gotta roll. I gotta tell you some pertinent unknowns. Kevin Spacey invented pickleball. Not the game, man. Something we did behind his pool house with the busboy back in 2003. It was a 3-way circle jerk with a lot of vinegar, I came away unscathed, but the pool boy had some chafing. Anyway, that turned into something, baby. I played a sexy war criminal in a 2016 episode of House of Cards later with Kev. Kevin Spacey takes care of it. You remember Kev? Remember Kev, man? The dude, he got he-too'd by a dude. That's when you're he-too'd. That's when you get me-too'd, but it's by a dude. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby. You make connections in showbiz. You gotta make them be loyal to you. Loyal to them. Last week I played a high school gym teacher who gets a DUI on his lunch break. In Kevin's he's got a new comeback vehicle on Tubi. It's coming up this summer. Plays a defrocked, deceased, disgraced Catholic priest who returns to earth in spirit form to counsel attractive young men into ways of life. It's called Inappropriately Touched by an Angel. I'm just kidding you, man. It's all groovy. Pickleball's groovy. Pickleball's everywhere, baby. Pickleball, baby. Yeah, the homeless maiden in front of Gelson, she said, hey, you look vaguely like you play pickleball, baby. Which is just a left-handed way of saying you look like an aging white man who cannot afford to golf. Bingo, that's me. That's why I'm here. Because I'm at the pinnacle of my career. In front of you here tonight paying $10 to be mildly ignored by a group of my peers. That's it, baby. It's big. It's big time, baby. Panties touch the hem of the garment worn by the comedy gods. I'll just tell you this. Like, how much time do I have? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do 15. I'm going to do 15 more minutes and get off the stage. Here's the thing: if you do this really, and when I say this, I don't mean specifically this, but I mean of a creative process. If it's not something you're doing so other people see you do it, if it's something that you are, there's nothing better, because I've been doing this since I was 9. I started out as a catalog underpants model. I'm telling you the truth. Some of you don't know, but like Sears and Roebuck had catalogs, and they had 8-year-olds in their tighty-whities in them, and that's how I started off in this business. And that didn't fuck me up at all. Well, here's the best thing that you can have in this business, if you grow up especially and you're like raised by a certain type of mother, is to have a much younger sibling who does way better than you early in their life. That's the best thing. That's the greatest thing. Like when you're in your 30s and your much younger sibling lives in a $5 million Beverly Hills mansion, and you live in a hallway in Temecula on a couch that you bought at Big Lots. Sometimes what I'm trying to say is the sun doesn't shine on us all the time, okay? It can go in, it doesn't matter, willy-nilly. Do it because you love it! Because it might not love you back! I'm here to tell you! My sister's got a Best Actress award from the Venice Film Festival in Italy, and I have a joint Costco membership with my 87-year-old father. Do you think that's how I thought it was going to turn out? But I love it. It's show business, man. You gotta love it, baby. What am I to tell you, man? It's fucking far out. Very, very, very far out. So, okay, now I have to make this because my act is sponsored now. The first sponsor, I'm contractually obligated. But my first one is fuck ton of hummus. Because it's hummus and there's a fuck ton of it. And the other one is I'm brought to you by Mando and Lemley all over antiperspirant. Remember, Mando and Lumi are the all over antiperspirant. You know how I got that sponsorship? Because I did a joke here, and they sent me 2 boxes of it. Because you know that what I'm talking about when I talk about Mando and Lumley? Do you know what they are? Have you seen them advertised? It's just they're specifically for all over your body. Hey, am I the only one that's been rubbing fucking Menin Speed Stick on my balls since 1978? Every fucking antiperspirant I ever had was all over my body. Anyway, you guys have been great. This has been adequate, and I want to thank you for the use of the hall. My name is Paddy, P-A-D-D-Y-F-O-R-C-O-M-E-D-Y. I'm on Instagrams. I'm at the Mix on Wednesday nights, but never forget, this is where it all happens. Yeah, am I bringing someone up to the stage?
Why not?
Sure.
Oh, you know what? This next man is a very sexy man. I'm going to tell you what. Woo. Because there is a caveat. We all know it. But this guy is an anti-hero. This guy's like this. He's like the Fleetwood Mac of cold weather.
Explain.
There's no way I could. But once you see him and you understand, there's the smoldering sensuality of the hot Lee the Velvet Schmeckel Schwartz. Give it up for the Velvet Schmeckel. Velvet Schmeckel Schwartz. Velvet Schmeckel Schwartz.
I think that's the best way to explain me. Unexplainable. Actually, that says it right there. And I do have a sponsor. Actually, just recently I got a sponsor, Tampax. But it's only for a period of time. That's one short period of time. That's cheap joke. Very cheap, but I take him where I can get him. Cheap. That's my life. Getting cheap. Truth is, I really absolutely had to get out of the house with all my might. It was a hell night at my house. Hell. It was all over, and I don't swear much, okay? A little fucking porcelain cat. I knocked over a fucking porcelain cat. This is a treasured cat of my girlfriend. This is generations of, and then I broke it. Of course, I broke it. And hell broke loose. She was on the rampage, had to get out, seek refuge anywhere, place full of chance of humiliation, degradation, and anxiety. Any place. This is good, or anything but being back at home. And sometimes I question, on nights like this, I question whether she is the right person for me. And then I think, and I don't know, but I realize I love her. I do love her. I do. When I'm not with her. and she's nowhere near me. And my love grows. Like, it's kind of, now it's growing, actually, because I'm away from her. That's how it works. So further away, the more I love her. The further she's away from me, the more I love her. So it works that inverse proportion. No, some sort of inverse proportionally. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I can feel better. It grows, the love. I try to explain that to her. She doesn't really understand that. But I try to say, further away, the more I love you. So, yeah. It is beautiful, and I touch her heart by saying that, and I mean it for the deep, and I think she feels that, I know I feel it. Now that I got that out, all right, I feel good now. Release. But really, who's to say relationships? What's a healthy relationship? It's all, subjective. I talked with a friend of mine. He said that it's like a boxing match. You hit each other back and forth, and whoever's, on the floor is the last. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I got a good relationship, actually. Maybe this works, It's one of those really away from each other relationship. That's the best kind, I guess, now for me. So, I don't know. But I do remember it was about a year ago, and not this girlfriend, another girlfriend, actually. We went on a camping trip with this other couple, and I didn't know they were at each other's throat often. I really didn't know that till I found out that we were captive in a small cabin for the entire weekend. And they were at each other's, yelling at each other, and we would just disappear. We didn't exist anymore, and they were just yelling over us. Art, it's Art and Judy. That was their names, Art and Judy. Art and Judy would yell at each other back and forth, and like, no, I don't like that. Why do you do that every single time? All the time you do it. And then we'd appear again, and he'd say, hey, let's go up to the Pleasant Falls, and tomorrow we arrange it, we'll go. Judy, get away from there. Don't go near my stuff ever again. And then suddenly we'd appear again. He'd say, I know a nice little hike up we could go together and enjoy the beautiful birds around there. Judy, get the fuck out of there. Get away from that. I hate when you do that. You're always picking your little toes and doing all that shit you do. And then they'd say like, let's go on a nice, pleasant, up to Upward Lake and just enjoy, Judy, get the hell away from there. Don't ever touch my things again. And then, after it was over, I just said, it was all over. Thank God. This was like being really kidnapped, really, and against my will and forced to listen to really fucking annoying people. Jeez. And they're my friends, supposedly, right? Maybe not after that, but... And then I asked Art, I said, do you guys really have a good relationship, a healthy relationship? And he's like, yeah, why? I said, I don't know. Got me, I don't know. But who knows? Who knows what a real relationship is like? Who's to know? I don't know. But this one I got going right now. It's a good one. She's over there. I'm over here. It's fantastic. Thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it.
Oh, hey. Wait.
Yes.
Bring up this guy here.
Oh.
It's the last comic standing.
Oh. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
All the way from all the way from wherever he's from. It doesn't matter, but he's here, and that's what counts. So, Colin, come on up. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
It's like the farther you get off stage, the more I miss your set. Oh, there we go. There we go. I like we learned that Lee has an avoidant attachment style. That's what we learned today about Lee. So I do behavior work. That's one of my jobs. My main job is I work with teens who have drug addiction or some type of behavior issue. And we go in the company I work for. We go in the home and help them kind of work on themselves. And I try to connect with these kids. That's always my first few sessions, is just build a connection. And sometimes I'm not thinking about the context of the connection that we make. So this one kid, I'm working with him, he's 13, and I was just asking him, like, what kind of shows do you like? And he's like, I love Family Guy. And I can do the voices of some of the characters. You guys know, like, Herbert the Pervert? Like, I can do it pretty well. I'm like, get your fat ass over here, Chris. Chris. Take your pants off, Chris. Now, I did that. I told that story to a friend of mine, and she went, so you did the voice of a pedophile to a 13-year-old boy in his room by yourselves. I went, well, yeah, to connect, to build a rapport. You know, mom's walking past the room, just giggity. You know, it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And it's purely, I didn't even make the connection, you know, and I lost my job. But I did get, you know, yeah, I mean well. I've been getting into making flatbreads recently, like different types of flatbreads. Total non sequitur. 100%. I've been making flatbreads. You like flatbreads, Chris? What kind of video games you like? You know, I still can't believe I did that. I didn't even think about it. It just was, I meant well. I really did. Like, he was like, that's so cool, you can do that. Like, and also I'm disappointed in him. He should have known better. He should have, that was a test. I was trying to test him. You know, it's like, that was the pedophile test. I did what I had to do. It's my job. It's my job. You just hear from the room. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So anyway, I've been learning how to make flatbreads, different types of flatbreads, and I'm like kind of good at, but I'm not like great at it. Like, I can do a couple different types. I'm sort of like a jack of all trades and master of none. Yeah, but you liked it. I was dating this girl, and we had a situationship, and she ended it through text recently. Oh yeah, here's the part that really hurts. She lives at my apartment complex. She lives at the building next to mine. I'm like, dude, just open your window and scream it from the balcony, like. Fuck, I can see you texting right now. You know, and it was like so annoying because like she started it like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to like have some casual dates. But that, you ever have this where someone's like, I just want something casual, and everything they do seems not casual. They act like they want a relationship and everything. What do you like about me? What do you like about me? Oh, here's what I like about you. And it's like, motherfucker, like, and you start to get comfortable, right? You're like, oh, okay, maybe I'll like show my heart. Like, this seems like they want me to. And then you show their heart and they act like you just whipped your dick out. Like, that's, I'm like, here's my, whoa, who said anything about that? Relax. I'm like, but motherfucker, you know, you made me think it was all right. Specifically Aaron, if that was the situationship. Yeah, him and I were in a situationship. It was kind of hot.
He's so pretty.
He is so pretty. This is a while back, I met this woman I was about to sleep with. She said to me, like, dirty talk can get a little weird. This is not that girl, but a different girl. And she said to me, I want you to rearrange my guts. I like to leave things how I found them. I'm not really the moving type. You're going to need to find someone else to move that couch. Does this come with a beer and pizza? I don't know how I feel about this. I'm more of an interior decorator. not really a mover per se. I did match with this one girl on Hinge a while back, and I asked for her phone number. We were talking for a while. I was like, let's go on a date. I was like, what's your phone number? And she said, oh, I don't feel comfortable giving my phone number. Here's my Instagram. Oh, okay. You don't want to give, several digits, but you'll give me your entire life story. Documented since you were, 17 years old. Like, what? I was like, this is way more personal. She's like, no, but the phone number, it's just like, it's my phone number. Like, I put Instagram out, I put that out to the world. That's for other people. I feel safe giving my Instagram. So I followed her. And then I stalked her. To prove a point.
Right.
All right? Anyway. I don't know where I was going with that, other than I'm really not making myself look like a good guy so far. It's like he's doing pedophile voices to 13-year-olds. He's getting into situationships and getting himself hurt. Trying to ask for sympathy like it's not his fault. Stalking women who are setting boundaries. Like this is. I'm not coming off great here, but I have a show tonight, and I got to get this shit off the ponchos in Manhattan Beach. Ponchos. I had a friend of mine that she has 2 kids, and they're really great kids. And she said that she's like, I love my kids. I have such great kids. And then she said, so far. And that's a wild thing to say, because that's so far can go at the end of almost any statement. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to put it there. Like, think about all the ways that would ruin situations. I love you so far. I want to be together so far. I want you to work for my company so far. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with porn ads, but I feel like they're always trying to, like, tell on me. Like, I always feel like they're trying to, like, oust me that I'm watching porn, because I'll, like, I'll load up a video and the ad will be like, are you watching porn right now? Are you watching pornography and jerking off alone? Join Chatterbait and talk to real women, you fucking loser. And it'd be like, hot MILFs in your area. I'm like, quiet. I'll click the ad. Just don't be so loud. I'll click the damn ad. Just don't need to be, like, ousted, It's like, just be quiet. Anyway. What other shit do I want to talk about? Yeah. So I do a little bit of side work for my dad, like just like little video editing stuff for him. And someone was like, "Oh, you're kind of getting like nepotism. It's kind of like you're a nepo baby." And I'm like, I'd rather work for my dad than someone else's dad. Anyone here work for someone? That's probably someone's dad. So I'm just picking the lesser of two evils here. I joined a run club recently because I was like, I was kind of bummed about the situationship. I wanted to like meet people and go on a run club. But I run a 4:30 mile. So it's just me and that one Kenyan guy at the front. We're getting along, but like, not my type. We're getting along. What other stupid shit did I write? I got a motorcycle recently. I have my motorcycle license. I bought a motorcycle. I have the license. I shouldn't have a motorcycle. I shouldn't, And some of you are going, Colin, is that because of the situationship? Shut the fuck up! I'm fine. I'm fine. Is that why you got a beard? Shut up. Stop figuring me out. But I do ride a motorcycle. I did not ride it here. You can probably tell. I want to see the motorcycle. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. It was not like while I'm riding it, I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it, but I'm gonna keep riding it because I do feel cool, but this was a very poor decision on my part. I haven't told my parents. I don't want them to know. You know, they shouldn't have to know that their child is much, much dumber than they ever even could have conceived. But it is cool. It is pretty cool. And you guys are pretty cool. And I want to thank you so much. That's my time. My name's Colin Asley. You can find me at comedian Colin Asley on Instagram, YouTube, and I have a show at Ponchos in Manhattan Beach tonight, and I got a show tomorrow at Project Barley in Redondo Beach. So yeah, come out if y'all are free. And do I end it, or am I bringing a host up?
You may as well end it, man.
God, if you think you're fun, if someone said you're funny, then you probably are. So you should take some stages to the page. Take your page to the stage. Woo! LA School of Comedy, motherfuckers. Good night. Yeah. Thank you. Woo!
Oh my God.
Yeah, baby.
Gorgeous. I like your steadily declining.